Hello friends, this is your Trendline Investor providing the Nifty outlook and the Trading with Trendline Investor series for the 27th of July 2021. Now as usual, this video would be divided into two parts. So one is daily outlook for Nifty and the second was Trade with Trendline Investor series. So you know what's the usual thing. So if you want to head to Trade with Trendline Investor series, then head to the second part of this video. Otherwise, just continue watching this video for the Nifty outlook. Now, for people who are new to my channel, the Trade with Trendline Investor series is a positional trading series where I trade with a starting capital of 1 lakh, and I will be sharing all my trades and all my learnings on a daily basis with all of you. And I'm sure this is going to be very useful, especially if you're beginning in markets or if you're a losing trader. We're going to learn a lot of concepts related to risk management and how to cut our losses and how to ride big winners. So if you haven't joined me yet, do join me, and this is going to be very interesting. So let's look into the first part of this video, which is the Nifty outlook. Now I'll be covering in this Nifty outlook what happened to the markets in the previous session, what are the key learnings if there are any, my market view for today with the short plan and the long plan. So yesterday basically what happened is in the first 5 minutes of this market, so we saw a sharp dip in the morning first 5 minutes, and then we reversed very strong and we went higher. Now I did mention in the previous video that any dips towards 15,780, 800 must be bought or can be bought for longs. And if you see the lows we made, the low in the morning first was 15,797, and even in the next 5 minutes, it was trading around 15,810. So it was an opportunity to go long. So you could have used that to go long and bought that dip in the first 15 minutes. But then we had a very swift move towards the levels I mentioned for short, and I clearly mentioned that this 15,890, 900 levels can be used for short. And the reason I told is because we had this trend line break over here, right? And then we kind of retested this here, and then we had a dip. So any rise would probably be sold into, and that's the reason I said short if you get anything around 15,890, 900 levels. So that was the long and short plan for the previous session, and we had action and opportunities on both sides during the day. Now the overall trend in the market in the short term is still short, and Nifty also has broken the parallel channel. Now the reason why I say that overall trend, the short term trend is still short, is because if you look at this, so I mentioned yesterday in the previous session, I mentioned in the previous video that we broke this and we started forming lower highs and lower lows, right? So we are still in the formation. The short is still the short term trend is still short, and also we've broken this parallel channel. Now whether this is a valid parallel channel or not, I'm not sure yet, because we didn't have the kind of the third reversal. Maybe yes, this was the reversal, but for now the short term trend is down, and we should be looking for shorting opportunities unless we head higher from here. So for now there's no reason to go long yet. So if you're carrying shorts, trail your stop loss to 15,870 around here. Okay, so that's what happened in yesterday's session. But what's the learning from yesterday? So it is sometimes difficult to go long in the open, especially if you don't have your order already placed in the system. But it is totally fine to miss the strong recoveries or dips that happen in the first 15 minutes. Let the market stabilize, and then you can find your trade. Calm down and then find a trade. Until then, it's just fine to miss the trades and just go ahead. So if you have seen this level over here, this was the perfect level to go short, as I mentioned. So even if you missed this dip, you could have waited probably and gone short around this level when you saw probably this sell off here, and also you could have gone short around this level here, right? So there was opportunities, so you don't have to always rush and buy the first dip in the morning or the first rise in the morning. So what's my view for today? My long plan is we'll go long only above this short-term downtrend here. So we'll go long only about 15,875, which also corresponds to this resistance over here, right? So if you cross above this 15,875, 870, 875, that's the level that we should be watching to go long. And also that would mean we are breaking out of a short-term downtrend. Now I feel that this is probably that's it, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, but for now I feel that we should probably head higher, maybe a few more contractions and then higher. So also any morning gap down towards 15,800 or something like that. Again, now in case morning, if we have a dip towards this point, so I'm just going to make it clear. So in case in the morning we make a dip towards this gap down, a gap down, or to these levels, so 15,800 or 15,760, 770 levels. So if we have a gap down towards these levels, you can use that to go long with a stop at 15,760, right? So I'm just giving a 5-point stop loss, but just ensure that only if it's a gap down. Now, if you go normally down, just like opening and slowly going down, then I'll probably I'll request you to wait at least for 5 minutes and see if there's a proper green candle, see if there's a probably hammer or doji, and then go long. But a gap down can be used to go long. Now, what is the short plan? The short is we'll short only below 15,765. So if we probably gap down here itself, then you can use that to go short. Or if we come slowly and steadily, and if we break this, then also you can go short with 15,765 is one level where you can short below that. Or if we gap up towards 15,870, right? That's the other plan. So this is the short. So if we gap up towards 15,870, but we don't cross that, so basically I'm expecting then we reverse again, because that's a short-term downtrend, plus we have a resistance here. So 15,870 can be used for short with a stop at 15,880. So that's my Nifty outlook, friends, for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And now let's move to the second part, which is the Trade with Trendline Investor series. I think today is probably day 10 of the series, and as usual, we'll be covering, we'll have a quick look at the trades in Zerodha and what is the current status. We'll be looking at the charts for the trades that we hold, and also we'll be reviewing our trading journal. Now, let's jump into our Zerodha, right? So basically what today happened was our Jubilant Ingria trade got executed. We got this 12:40 if you see. I'm not sure exactly what time. Yeah, 10:04 is what we got executed. So if you see in Jubilant Ingria, around that time in the morning, yeah, it's around that point, right? So we kept out at 6:40 and got executed here, right here, and then we had this nice dip. But for now, Jubilant Ingria, there's nothing to worry. I feel our stop still remains at 15. Sorry, I'm still in Nifty. So our stop still remains to be around 600. So, but that was the only order that got executed today. But otherwise, yeah, not major. Jubilant Ingria, Apar Industries was a major holding, so it was slightly down. Fact is back to break even. Tata Steel, Bhushan Limited a minor loss. Kansai Nerolac, Sheeting Cement has given a good move today, around 3%, and Jubilant Ingria, is just in a minor loss. But remember, now our position size is increased in Jubilant Ingria. We are on 15% position size. So just looking at the charts for all the stocks now, we are kind of forming an inside bar in Jubilant Ingria. So it's not a perfect inside bar. So low yesterday was, day yesterday was 626.1. Today's low was 626. It's kind of an inside bar, but an inside bar would probably have even the low higher than the previous low, right? So probably some consolidation over here. The volumes, I'm just going to put the volumes. Yeah, so the volumes have been decent in the last 5 days. So could be an accumulation, could be distribution, no one knows. So we'll know only if we cross this all-time high. So but for now, nothing to worry about in Jubilant Ingria. Apar Industries had a kind of down day. We went high in the morning and then we came down. So probably going to retest this level of 595 again, maybe, I'm not sure. But also just keep in mind that there is also a possibility that we retest here, right, this point. So always a breakout. This was a breakout here, and we also can say that's a breakout there. But remember, the retest can happen here or even deep here. So this might be a deep retest, and this might be just a normal retest over here, right? So Apar Industries, okay, it didn't perform well, but if you see, we have kind of reversed right from that in the short-term charts or intraday charts. We reversed right from there. Let's see what it does tomorrow, but for now, nothing to worry about. Next is Fact. Fact again is not much movement today. We are right on that point. Tried to cross it but couldn't cross. So probably another 1 or 2 days and we should cross. So again, nothing to worry in Fact. Tata Steel, Bhushan Steel Limited again is tightly contracting. Nothing much happening. Again, a nice, probably inside bar. The moves that we're going to metals is going to be crazy the moment we have a breakout. But again, remember, if you want to add, you can also add above this point, right? So it's kind of a rectangle consolidation which is happening now. Okay, So Jubilee Ingrevia we've seen already. So next is Shridik. Shridik had a good decent move today, and I feel that the retest is probably done, or the dip is done, and we should now probably head maybe 1 or 2 days of more consolidation, but above 97.5 we're going to have a strong move up again. So Kansai Nerolac is down. In fact, if you see here, this was the biggest loser today. Again, not great strength, but let's probably have to wait and watch. Okay, right now there's nothing much happening in Kansai Nerolac. So those are the charts, yeah, that stocks we are holding. Now, one interesting stock to look for, we are fully invested, so I'm not going to reshuffle any of the stocks. But if you are interested in a short-term trade, then look at Advanced Enzymes. It is looking good. You're going to get probably a good move. So you have to just probably sit and wait. So this can give really good moves. Let's just see the moves in the past, right? The moves have been very fast. So you can get good 20-30% move in Advanced Enzymes. Your stop loss also is very less. Your stop loss could be, you know, this low, which is around 395. 390 is your stop loss. Right now it's 403. So that's just a 13-point stop. That's just what, 3% stop, and probably going to get a 20% return. So that's a 1:6 risk reward. So it is a good idea. If you want to go long, you can go long in Tata Advanced Enzymes. Tata Power, not a great move, but SAIL also looks good. Again, SAIL has done one more attempt crossing 130 today, but it closed at 129.6. So probably, you know, metal space is kind of heating up. Probably, let's look at the charts, right? So the retest is done, the trendline retest is done, and we're just going sideways. So all we need to do is just cross this, and we're going to have a massive move. So if you have not picked any metal stocks, do go ahead and pick them today. It's a beautiful setup, you know, and it can give really good returns. Now let's jump into the trading journal. So as of today, you know, we are on this 7th day probably, or maybe I'm updating just for the 7th day. So what is the value? 91,613.75 and plus, so we invested today in Apar, not Apar Industries, Jubilee Ingrevia. So 12 into 640 is around 7,680. So that's what I'm going to add there. So 7680. So what's total value of it today? So we have gone up, right? So we have gone up from, no, this is wrong. So this is also should be the same. 7680. I'm just going to move this. Right, so we're kind of stable, not much improvement in our portfolio today. But overall, if you see, I've updated the numbers for Jubilee Ingrevia. So we had previously 13 shares at 630. Now we have bought 12 shares at 640. So average price right now is 634.8, and we bought 25 shares. The stop is now 600, and all other stops remain the same. Now tomorrow, if Shridik Cement crosses the previous high, then probably I might revise the stop for Shridik Cement. But for now, I think that's the update. Not much to share today. So I hope I'll have more updates for you tomorrow. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying this series of Trade with Trendline Investor. If you haven't, seen the previous videos, probably you want to look at those videos. You can look at how we pyramided Apar Industries, and we are right now sitting on a 30% position on Apar Industries, which could give us a very significant advantage in case we move higher. So this is positional trading, few weeks to few months. This is not investing, so we might book profits somewhere once we reach the once we make 5 times 6 times our risk. Probably we'd book our rewards. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, do subscribe, and if you please like this video, and do let me know in the comment section if you're investing in any of these stocks, especially Advanced Enzymes, which is not in the portfolio, but probably it could move higher. Even SAIL could move higher. Keep these in your watch list, and do plan if you want to enter those stocks. Otherwise, I think that's it for today. I hope you have a good day and a good trading day. Take care. Bye.